Voltblizzard here for the fourth time for another installment in the Kirby 3D series. When I say we are talking about the presentation today, I am referring to the graphics, music, story, polish, and all of that cool stuff that makes the game better than just a bunch of zeros and ones flooding the screen. Let's begin, shall we? Graphics are going to be a big part of this episode. There are a lot of different graphical styles we see in video games. The realistic-ish Call of Duties, the more abstract things like Pong, cartoons, and some other things as well. Kirby tends to lead toward a more cartoon style. If it didn't, I think O2 and all that other scary shit in the games would give the series a more mature content rating, like M, AO, that'd be crazy. As such, I think sticking to a cartoony art style would be ideal. I guess it would be interesting to see a realistic-ish Kirby game for a change of pace, but no, just no. When I think of Kirby art styles, my mind instantly jumps to Epic Yarn. The presentation on that game was superb, and the idea of making everything out of yarn was very creative. Seeing more creativity like this in various games would make me a very happy person indeed. Canvas Curse also had a great art style. Just look at it. It's like a painting. Perfect for the theme of this game. Imagine if Kirby Canvas Curse or something similar was a mobile game. That would be so massively awesome, just on your iPhone. Ugh. Anyway, back on track. So, doing the normal style, like a 3D version of Return to Dreamland, would be great. If you did something like cell shading or giving everything a theme, that would be great too. As long as it doesn't interfere with the gameplay and is used to enhance the experience, you can do a lot with the art. That's all I have to say about art. About music, I don't have much to say, but make it awesome. Like the art, giving all of the music a theme may not be a bad idea. Epic Yarn's soundtrack was a bit too calm overall, but it had a good theme though. So, yeah, make sure to add variety to your soundtrack. That is really it for the music. I doubt it's hard to think of ideas for the songs, but if you need an example, just look at the past games and their magnificent arrangements. Now for a trickier topic, story. First, there is a fact that must be pointed out. Nobody plays Kirby games for the story! This isn't a bad thing, it's just how it is. Different games have different purposes. Some games are more for story, some are more for gameplay, and some are just sucky ones that advertise other crap. Now, that doesn't mean the story of the game has to be non-existent or tacked on. So what do we have to work with to make a Kirby storyline? For characters, we have Kirby, King Dedede, and Meta Knight, none of whom we honestly know much about. From the games, anyway. Kirby is a hungry warrior from outer space who will help anyone in need. Why? Beats me. King Dedede is obviously a selfish but not necessarily evil ruler of Popstar. Often his motivations for his evil doings are either hunger or carelessness. What a dope. If he is doing anything significantly bad, he's usually under the influence of evil things. Yeah! Meta Knight is cool. His intentions range from training Kirby for battle, to taking over the world, to fighting alongside Kirby against evil hoes. Yeah, seeing as those are the three major characters from the games, it might be hard to work story around them. The cartoon series, Kirby Right Back At Ya, had some more information, but let's try to stick to the games for now. Shall we do that? If we want to make a good Kirby story, it may not be a bad idea to make a prequel, the game that comes first in the entire series. Now, I'm going to attempt to make a Kirby story. I encourage any other storytellers to please criticize or create their own story. Mine is certainly not the best idea possible. I'm no writer, and I know my viewers are pretty smart. Also, if it conflicts with any current Kirby continuity, sorry, I'm not perfect. So let's do this. Kirby was created alongside other monsters in another dimension. Their creator was another evil hoe, like I mentioned above. All of these monsters, including Kirby, had a simple goal: to siege control of every world in existence. Kirby and a few others were sent to Popstar to steal the Star Rod and then take control of this planet. Kirby is so young of a monster that it really isn't evil, it's just following orders of whoever gives it food. Which happens to be a lot of food. Good for Kirby's case. So, Popstar is a planet ruled by King Dedede and his harsh laws. When Dedede goes too far with his powers, normally Meta Knight is there to defend the population's rights and justice and good stuff. Meta Knight's ultimate wish is for Popstar to be a fair and great world, so even though he doesn't hate the king, he doesn't really approve of everything he does. Now, Kirby and some other monsters are invading the Fountain of Dreams. Meta Knight defends the Star Rod because he's Meta Knight. Just what he does. Kirby flees before he is killed, but in his escape he gets lost on this foreign planet, Popstar. Some villagers, unaware of his evil origins, take him home and nurse him back to health. They also take him in and raise him to be good, despite being unsure of his background and powers and really who this creature is. The king is also taking advantage of his people now that Meta Knight is still busy defending the Star Rod, so that kinda sucks too. Yeah, can you sorta see what's going on here? Kirby needs to help the citizens of Popstar over DDD, as well as eventually fighting against his maker to prevent the destruction of the planet. Just a little story I put together for fun, just quick. It can be expanded on, but it's a start to a real Kirby story. I also drew a lot from the cartoon series when I wrote it. So I've covered graphics, music, story, and I guess I'll talk a little bit about polishing the game and making it fun to replay. Unlockable extras are so much fun to find, hide artwork, different color customization, bonus stages, or whatever in the levels. Also give them as rewards for beating challenge modes or beating stages in a certain time or something like that. This makes the game feel complete, which is important to presentation, and it makes it longer, which is more justifiable for the prices. I guess downloadable bonus content is a good addition, but make sure you are adding to the game, not just unlocking pre-made parts. That is annoying, but adding to the game is pretty nice. That is all I have to say about presentation. In a nutshell, just make the game feel complete, with nice graphics, music, story, and extras that just enhance the gameplay. I want to hear your voice on what you think would enhance the game, so like always, be sure to comment and make video responses. Rating, favoriting, and subscribing helps me, so thanks to everyone who does that. Kirby's Dream Collection is out now, and I recommend it because it is a great compilation and comes with a nice soundtrack and art book. Okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.